Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's Division IV semifinal regional softball game at Clyde High School. I'm Samantha Molina and Chris Malanga, and we will be with you for today's game. Our game today will be taking place between your Bryan Golden Bears and the West Geauga Wolverines. Bryan comes into this game 16-4 overall on the season. They finished 6-1 and took second place in the NWOAL. West Geauga comes into this game 13-12 overall. To get to this game today, both teams had to win their title for their district. Bryan defeated St. Mary's 4-0 to advance to this game, while West Geauga upset Buckeye Medina in a 3-1 victory to advance to this game. The winner of tonight's game will advance to the regional final game on Friday, May 30th at 5 p.m. Should be a good one today, and we're excited to have you here joining us. It's the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to first pitch. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. We had the chance to chat with Bryan head coach Hillary Staten, and you'll hear from this after this timeout on Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Chris Malanga alongside Coach Hillary Staten of the Bryan Lady Bears softball team. Congratulations on the district championship.
Yeah, thank you.
4 straight regional. It's getting the old hat here, isn't it?
Yeah, it still feels good. Though. It's still awesome to have that title.
Absolutely. Well, let's first talk about our game against Bath. Started things off. Had to finish it the second day, came out, and really impressed the way the ladies handled themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. They were mentally ready for that. Like I said before, we had repped those situations and possible things that could happen in that game. And just like we drew it up, we were able to get out of that inning without any runs scored. And
then St. Mary's, you play them in the district final. A team we talked about you never faced before. They've always been in our district, but never faced them. And that game started off kind of slow, and at one point you had 9 runners left on base, so you're getting people on base, just not able to get them around. Are you biting your nails and stressed out at that point?
Absolutely. That's nerve-wracking, especially, you're putting the ball in play, you're getting runners on, which is half of the battle, but we got to finish. That was what I was thinking in that moment, and then eventually we did come through with a few runs, and then a lot of pressure eased our play, and we're able to take advantage of that.
Is it still, we talked about it being a fun atmosphere in the dugout. Is it still that way when it's 0-0 and it's the 4th inning and, things are stressed?
Yeah, the team handles it so much better than I do. They stay fired up, they stay positive, and they just know that they're going to take care of business.
Absolutely. Well, win 6-0 and win that game and another trip to regionals. And so you're going to go to a team you haven't faced before and a place you haven't played before. And so that's Clyde and against West Geauga, the Wolverines. And we've learned a little bit about them, but it's always so hard when you get to this point in the season. These are teams you've never seen before. And how do you worry about scouting them? How does that work?
Right. We just go back to the basics with our practice plan. We make sure that we're repping just like we did early season, prepared for anyone or anything. Social media plays a big part. We're able to gather some information about their pitching, which is key to know about that, and also, like how many runs are they scoring, or just little details that can give us a little bit of an edge, but ultimately we just have to stick to our game plan and just do what we know is strong for us.
Yeah, we've talked before that a lot of it is what you can control, and if you can do the things you can control well, you'll do well.
Yes.
What have you found out about them?
Their pitcher has thrown every inning, the one that likely we'll see, and that they have won their last 2 games by extra innings. They've knocked off a couple state-ranked teams, so they're a dangerous team. They're a Cinderella story. This is the first time for them going to this point, so they're happy with whatever they get to. So kind of dangerous to know, I don't know, crazy luck could come into play.
Kind of like you guys 4 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a little bit dangerous because they have nothing to lose.
Yeah, I think their pitcher's got an ERA under 5, and they've got some hitters too, and but again, it's really to the point where you can control what you can control.
Yes, exactly. We're working hard in practice and just making sure we talk about a lot of scenarios that could come up, and just hoping that we are able to stay strong on defense and put the ball in play and move our runners around a little better.
How do the ladies feel about things?
They're ready to rock.
They
don't stress over it. They know, they trust in themselves, they trust in their teammates, and they're absolutely ready to play.
We hope that weather doesn't affect this again, because it looks like right now things in Clyde do not look great for Thursday.
Right. We're used to that too. We've become so mentally tough because we've dealt with the elements of the weather all season long. So If it comes about, it's fine. We'll be ready for the next opportunity.
All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck as you head to this regional game, and hopefully we can get to a regional final again. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, Coach Hillary Staten of the Bryan Lady Bears softball team going to take this time out, come back with more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, it is West Geauga and Bryan getting set to do battle in a regional semifinal. Today's game being brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veterans Services of Williams County, and our radio partners Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Curl Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Thiel Supply Center. All right, Sam Molina and Chris Malanga here with you, and the teams are coming out on the field, and here we go.
Yeah, so Bryan and West Geauga have never faced each other in softball, so this will be a first for them, so we can kind of get to know them as a team. I think they're probably going to pop in here and do the anthem here in a second, but we can look at both teams here for a moment. So let's look at West Geauga first. They are our visitors for this game, and they come into this game with an overall record of 13-12. West Geauga is actually not a part of a specific conference, according to their coach's sheet. They're an independent team, which I thought was interesting. But in their last game, they played the number 2 seed Buckeye Medina and upset them to win the district title. This is West Geauga's first district championship and trip to the regional tournament in 17 years. There's kind of some information on the screen about them.
Yeah, the pitcher is Lily Percassi, who is daughter of the coach, and she's kind of done everything for them. I think she's thrown all but like 2 innings of the entire season, so she's the workhorse they're going to look going. And looking down team batting averages, lots of higher team batting averages for West Geauga. And we could take a look at their last 5 to see how they got here. You mentioned a couple of the last 2, but there you go. They've had a lot of big games. Did you notice that in the stats, that there's a ton of games where it was like 21-2 over Cleveland Central Catholic, but then they lost by big margins too. And they also played teams in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and somewhere else this year.
To Joe Wilson.
So I assume they must have went some
like
kind of like
trip.
a little tournament thing. Yeah, kind of like we did to Pigeon Forge last year, so you can get approved to be able to do that.
As we honor America for the playing.
Tonight's national anthem being
national
sponsored by
anthem.
Veterans Services of Williams County. We'll head for that.
All right, so yeah, we were
Thank
talking a
you.
little bit about West Geauga,
Good
kind of their
afternoon.
high
On
scores.
behalf of the
They're
Howard
actually from the
High School
northeast
Athletic
side of the
Association
district, so we don't
and Clyde
know a
High
ton of the
School.
teams they play. There's
Welcome
3
to
teams
Joe
from Northwest
Wilson Field
District and us
for
included,
today's
but we get that northeast side. But
Division
let's talk
4
about
regional
our Bryan Lady
semifinal.
Bears here. Bryan comes into this
With their
game
visitors
16-4
on the scoreboard,
overall. They
West
finished 6-1
Geauga
in the
High School,
NWOAL, which
and
gave
your
them
home
a
team on
second
the
place
scoreboard,
finish in this
Bryan
Division
High
4
School.
regional
New York
tournament.
SAA takes great pride
Bryan
in
defeated St.
conducting
Mary's 4-0 to
in the
advance
conduct
to
of all
this
student
spot
athletes,
here.
so
This
good
is Bryan's 4th
sportsmanship
straight
among
district
them,
championship
our
appearance
coaches
in the
and
regional
spectators, we
tournament.
encourage you to
Last
cheer
year,
for
which I'm
your
sure many of you
favorite
guys know,
team.
was their
For
first
this
regional
competition will
championship
show
and trip to
both
the state
teams the same
tournament
respect
where they became state
and
runner-ups.
broadcast
And obviously on the screen we got a
display.
little more
Spectators are
information about
reminded
Bryan
that
on there.
unruly behavior may result in immediate ejection from the premises.
Hey, let's take a look at Bryan's last 5 too.
And now at this time,
that St. Mary's game was the one I'm thinking of, getting that another district championship.
Yeah, and I was surprised. I actually thought they would be playing Napoleon, and Napoleon, their main pitcher was out, so I think that was kind of a struggle for them throughout the year. But glad to see that they got a 4-0 win and bring them back to the regionals, which is awesome. This is always really fun for the girls to get to and a good time for them.
Mallory Lear, Olivia.
You want to take a quick timeout and come back and check our keys to the game and our starting lineups?
Sounds great.
Let's
Thanks,
do
Chris.
that on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, let's take a look at our keys of the game being brought to you by the Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers, your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. They've consistently remained #1 in Williams County and the surrounding area since 2007. Call us for all your real estate needs. First, the keys for West Geauga. And first off, I want to say props to Mark Percassi, the coach, who got us a whole bunch of information. And it's so much nicer to do a game like that than when you don't get anything like what happened on Saturday.
Right, yeah, he's awesome, obviously, with all the information you put in that folder for both of us to look at, and I mean, it helps. It makes our lives easier.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So the keys of the game are to play great defense, hit our spots pitching, and find a way to score runs against this great pitcher. And talking with some people, Thea Staten just gives you a whole nother element to a team. She can just really put the team on her back and with her pitching carry it.
Yeah, and a lot of teams won't see pitchers like her every single game. It is kind of a battle going back and forth between different speeds, different pitches, left, right-handed, whatever it may be. And so I think teams try to prepare for her the best they can, but definitely a struggle.
All right, the keys of the game for the Golden Bears. They want to capitalize on our chances, especially with runners on base. And I know, talking to Coach Staten, she was not thrilled about how many runners they left on base. Through 5 innings, they had 9 people left on base on Saturday, and that's not good. They want good at-bats. Patience and timing is key, and then keep the energy up. That's one thing that this team has done all season long, has had energy.
Yeah, I mean, when you get those runners on, definitely capitalizing on those chances. Getting them there is a great first step, but you got to finish off to score your runs. And I was talking to, I think, Coach Arnold about how our energy has just been, so contagious the last few years. And props to the girls that have come before this and kind of led these girls. I mean, if you compare our team to a lot of the other teams we play, our energy and our cheering and our momentum is so much better than those other teams, and that is awesome to see.
Keys of the game brought to you by Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers.
All right, let's go ahead and introduce our umpires for today's game. Our umpires are brought to you from Tri-State Vision Center. Tri-State Vision Center has been serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier office for all your eye care needs. Our umpires for today's games are Michael Klubnik, Kenneth Salabucky, and Abby Geiner. This has been the Oberlin-Turnbull Countdown to First Pitch. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. We'll be right back here to get the game started.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused.
All right, welcome back here on Golden Bear Sports Network, and they are just finishing up their warm-ups here, and we'll get the game going and rolling, and we'll kind of look at the starting lineups as we get going here, but we can look at the offensive lineup for the visitors from West Geauga here as they're coming up to the plate. So leading off, we're going to have second baseman number 6, Deanna Malone. Batting second is going to be the catcher number 7, Peyton Gamatisse. These big last names. Batting third, shortstop, number 25, Ava Boers. At cleanup, center fielder, number 4, Shaylin Rogaski. Batting fifth, pitcher, number 5, Laylee Perkasi. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 22, Morgan Atwara. Batting seventh, right fielder, number 18, Phelan Beckrest. Batting eighth, left fielder, number 10, Michaela Platt. And batting ninth, third baseman, number 8, Kara Day. And we're starting off the first inning here with a 1-1 count from Thea Staten. Again, this is number 6, Diana Malone. Strike number 2 for her. Ball high, and we'll get past here Josie Arnold. We got a 2-2 count.
Take a look real quick at the defensive lineup for Bryan, real quick.
Forgot to mention, 2 starting lineups are sponsored by Debbie's Dairy Free, serving you ice cream, soup, sandwiches, and more. Victories taste sweeter with Debbie's. Call ahead with your order at 419-636-5606. And that'll be strike 3 for number 6, and Thea Staten's first strikeout of the game. That's a Welling Construction strikeout for Thea Staten. Welling Construction, a third-generation, family-owned general contractor. We specialize and pride ourselves in building custom homes, major renovation projects, and commercial work. Your vision, our expertise. Contact us at 419-636-3712. Up to bat, we will have number 7. This is the catcher, Peyton Gamtesi. And strike 1 on her, swinging.
Gambatese, just so I know you're going to do that all game. I just want to make sure we say him right because he did give us the information.
The way he spelled it made it the pronunciation tip. It's always so helpful, but I feel like there's still different ways. You definitely could spell it. Ball looks like probably just outside there.
Just
got
outside.
A 1-2 count here.
What a facility here at Clyde, by the way.
This is
all
beautiful.
Turf.
I know I was a little worried about maybe some rain, but it's always nice though, and you have a turf field to play on to help that out. And second strikeout of the game for Thea Staten already. Another Welling Construction strikeout. Up to bat, you're going to have number 25, Ava Boers. She is the shortstop for West Geauga.
She's 500 batting average, 39 RBIs on the season.
And he's going to say she did go there. Strike 1 on her.
Boy, and she took a bad pitch from Thea Staten and made it a strike.
Yeah. I think that change of speed definitely caught her off guard there for a second. Thea's change-up's been working incredible the last few games and making some hitters swing out of their shoes. So, and she did not go on that one. Ball 1. Swings on that one. That'll be strike 2. Got a 1-2 count here in the top of the first, and 2 outs for the Bears. Ball low outside. It's a great 1-2 pitch, but we'll even up the count to 2-2. And that'll be called strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, and 3 strikeouts for Thea Staten starting in the first inning here. No hits, and that'll take us to the mid of the first. Yeah, we'll be right back.
For the West.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
All right, welcome back here. So top of the first inning, no hits, no runs for West Geauga, and that will bring us to the bottom of the first for our Bryan Golden Bears to take the plate. And let's take a look at their offensive lineup here. Remember, starting lineups are sponsored by Debbie's Dairy Free, serving you ice cream, soup, sandwiches, and more. Victories taste sweeter with Debbie's. Call ahead with your order at 419-636-5606. So leading off, we have catcher number 2, Josie Arnold. Batting second, right fielder, number 17, Reese Roofer. Batting third, pitcher, number 13, Thea Staten. At cleanup, shortstop, number 4, Amaya Langham. Batting fifth, as a designated player, number 44, Avery Ann Fisher. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 15, Miley Vollmer. Batting seventh, left fielder, number 6, Claire Stever. Batting eighth, first baseman, number 22, Mackenzie Blevins. And batting ninth, center fielder, number 3, Emma Slagle.
Let's take a look at the defensive lineup for West Geauga out there. And your pitcher is Lily Percassi, and she is the one that has pitched most of their games. Peyton Gamatis is at catcher, and then Atwara, Malone, Boers, and Day in your infield. Platt, Rogaski, and Beckrest in the outfield. Feeling just a few spits of rain coming. Hopefully that
Hopefully
stops.
that goes away quickly, yes. So up to bat here, we got number 2, Josie Arnold, catcher for Bryan Lady Bears, and she'll start off with a ball, 1-0 count. Josie has a .397 batting average, 25 hits, 14 RBIs. She'll take strike 1 here, 1-1 count. Ball outside. Count goes to 2-1.
Both those pitches she took for balls were way outside the plate.
She might try to kind of live out there to try to make us chase here a little bit. That ball looked a little low. Josie Arnold up in the count here, 3-1. That will be a called strike, 3-2 count. And that'll be ball pretty high there, ball 4. Josie Arnold will take her base. So we got a runner on first, no outs.
First base runner of the game.
But now up right fielder.
And that'll bring number 17, right fielder Reese Roofer to the plate. We'll see what Coach Staten gives her here, see if she'll play any small ball here to move Josie Arnold around. Reese Roofer will try to lay the bunt. Ball will go foul, it'll be strike 1. Reese had some really good at-bats during the district games.
Yep.
And as a freshman, really stepping up in that second hole of the batting lineup. Take a hack at that one. Ball will go out of play for strike 2. Count was 0-2 here. Reese has a .339 batting average, .414 on base percentage, 21 hits, and 12 RBIs on the season. Ooh. And that'll be a swing and a miss on a changeup from Percassi, and that'll be her first strikeout of the game.
The pitcher, number 13, Thea Staten.
Bringing up to bat, we have number 13, the pitcher, Thea Staten. And she will crush that ball. First pitch out to right field. Ball bounces off the fence and gets around the right fielder. Josie Arnold making her way around and will score. And Thea Staten will get a triple on that hit. That was a great cut by her.
Yep.
That ball was just tailing through the outfield, which is awesome. And it looks like they're going to bring a courtesy runner in for Thea Staten.
I think Anna McCoy will probably come in.
Yep.
She's done it usually all the time, but
she's right there ready to go. Number 1, Annalicia McCoy-Martinez, Anna McCoy.
real quick while we're doing that, let's take a look at our pregame weather conditions. 60 degrees, 59, feels like winds out of the east-southeast at 2 miles an hour, cloudy with little spits of rain. And the starting weather conditions brought to you by Allie Held Herman Memorial Run Walk. Mark your calendars and lace up your shoes for the 5th annual Allie Held Herman Memorial Run and Walk on Saturday, July 19, 2025 at McDonald Ruff Ice Rink.
Up to bat is number 4, shortstop, Amaya Langham. She took the first pitch, ball high, count is 1-0. And she'll hack at that one. And she is safe at first, and the run will score. Bears are up 2-0 here in the the bottom of the first inning. And another runner on first. And And that will be a hit in the scorebook there for Maya Langham.
That was a hard hit ball. I mean, they made it a good effort, but definitely 2 hits.
Ball high. This is number 44, and this is the designated player, Avery Ann Fisher. She'll take a hack at that one and get a base hit up the middle. Great cut by Avery Ann Fisher. Great first start for the Bears here, and you can really hear that energy over there. So I'm sure Coach Shane is happy, run scoring in, and lots of energy. 2 of her keys there.
We've got our first mound visit of the game. Mound visits being brought to you by S&S Directional Boring. Just like a mound visit can stop the game, unexpected plumbing problems can halt your day. Don't let old lead water lines or broken sewer laterals through your curveball. For a reliable inspection, call S&S Directional Boring at 419-630-0726.
So there's 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Runners on first and second. Runner on second is Maya Langham. Runner on first is Avery Ann Fisher. And up to bat is number 15. This is the third baseman, Miley Valmer. She will take the first pitch, and that's ball 1. Second pitch is high and outside. Ball 2.
What is the rule on having courtesy runner be, do you do twice in the same inning, same runner? Could courtesy runner, could McCoy Martinez come in and courtesy run for somebody else this inning, or is it only, I'm just curious.
She cannot courtesy run for anybody else. So it has to be somebody that's not in the lineup of the game, but is a sub on the roster. Now that she's courtesy run for Thea Staten, she cannot courtesy run for anybody else. However, she could enter the game for somebody else, but then she couldn't be a courtesy runner at that point.
Gotcha.
So if they wanted to courtesy run for Josie Arnold, the catcher, they would have to do that with a different on-bench player. Maya Langham will hop over that one. And it looks like they will turn the double play there. So runner out at second, Avery Ann Fisher, and Miley Valmer will be out at first, and that'll end the inning. So at the bottom of the second, Bryan is up 2-0 with 3 hits that inning.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Okay, welcome back here to the Golden Bear Sports Network. We are in the top of the second inning, and Bryan had a few hits in the first inning, getting him a 2-0 lead to start off. And the first 3 batters for West Geauga struck out, so we'll see what they can do this inning. Up to the plate first this inning will be the 4-hitter, center fielder, number 4, Shaylin Rogaski.
Shortstop, number 4.
She has a .419 batting average, .522 on base percentage, 31 hits and 24 RBIs on the season. So pretty impressive stats there. And she'll take the first pitch swinging. Starting off the count 0-1. Good changeup miss by Thea Staten, but evens up the count to 1-1 here. Ball high, 2-1 count. And she will swing on that one. Count is 2-2.
It's in that blue tote. Walk around, it's in the blue tote.
And called third strike. And that'll be a Welling Construction strikeout in the top of the second. And Thea Staten's 4th strikeout of the game.
Now the pitcher.
4 batters up, 4 strikeouts.
Lely Percassi.
Up to bat will be number 5, Percassi, and she's the pitcher for West Geauga.
See what the Wolverines can do here with 1 down.
Ball low. Oh, he will call that a strike.
We'll take it.
A little delayed there, so 0-1 count.
Yeah, that was the way the umpire was on Saturday at Defiance. Just so late.
Ball is popped up, coming back behind Josie Arnold, and she will try to track it down. Just kind of kept moving in the air on her. But that will be a strike on Percassi. She has an 0-2 count. She has a .333 batting average, .379 on base percentage.
Something like that, I follow the ball.
And another strikeout looking. I believe that was a changeup, not as slow as their other ones, or maybe an off-speed pitch of some sorts, but 5 up, 5 down strikeouts for Thea Staten.
Yeah, West Geauga's struggling here, against Thea Staten, as most teams do, just trying to time her up, and that makes it tough.
And I think the first round of at-bats is always the hardest against a new pitcher. So I guess they will see if they can make an adjustment in the second round. But this is number 22, first baseman, Morgan Atwara. Ball low.
I saw her family outside, and they had a nice little picnic going on. I felt like I wanted to go get a sandwich.
They were ready to go. They were prepared. Yep. Make a day of it. I like it. Ball low. 2-1 count. There are 2 outs here in the top of the second. Ball in. 3-1 count.
Both teams wearing white with pinstripes today.
It's kind of
you
throwing
don't
me
usually
off a
see
little
that.
bit.
I know, it's confusing.
I was talking with someone before the game. I mean, usually for basketball, you probably try to arrange that pretty well. I don't really think I ever arranged uniforms with other coaches for softball, but some teams only have 1 uniform, so that's awfully difficult to be able to do. But
it makes me laugh because whenever Brian plays Mommy, I feel like we're both purple and gold, and we both wear purple or we both wear gold. We can't get on the same page.
So I graduated from Mommy and then came to Bryan, so I've really had no break in my purple and gold days, but that's all right. All right, so Atwara will walk, and that'll put a runner on first with 2 outs. Thea Staten will start this batter with a 1-0 count. This is number 18, right fielder Phelan Beckrust. Swings on that one.
A great
1-1
right
count.
there.
She does a great job of just keeping them on their toes. They really have no idea what's coming next. That was inside, and then the next ball might be outside low, mixing up speeds, which makes it so difficult to hit off of. But that is ball 2, 2-1 count.
They're blue. Oh, I said that out loud. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I meant that's our people. That's funny. Forget who I'm talking to. And we were literally behind the plate. Literally.
Yeah, I know. I think the angle's good, but maybe not as good as I would like it to be. And that's swinging strike 3, and they will get out of that inning with no runs and 1 walk, but no hits. Score still reads 2-0 in the middle of the second.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
back on the Golden Bear Sports Network. 2-0 Bears. It's weird looking at the scoreboard. It says Clyde. I guess we're Clyde today on the scoreboard.
All right, up to bat will be number 6, left fielder Claire Stever. The umpire will call that strike 1, 0-1 count. Swings on pitch 2 for strike 2, 0-2 count. Looks like that might have been a changeup high. Ball 1 on Claire Stever. High again, ball 2, 2-2 count. And that ball outside, but swinging and missing. That would be strikeout for Claire Stever.
She really reached on that one,
Yeah.
too.
And you could tell in her face she regretted it after, but I'm sure that ball was moving a little bit. And like we said, Percassi has thrown most of the innings for West Geauga, 127.2 innings pitched, but she has a 4.825 ERA. And this brings number 22, first baseman Mackenzie Blevins, up to bat. She will swing on the first pitch. Ball will go foul behind the field here. 0-1 count. Pop that one up to left field. Ball will go out to left fielder, between left fielder and shortstop, but left fielder will drop that ball. Not sure if she had a little miscommunication with the shortstop or what happened there, but on an error, Mackenzie Blevins will reach first base.
It's the direction I was going. So you think it is a West Geauga error?
Yes, for sure. Hit or mitt and dropped, so I would definitely give that an error. But Bears should capitalize on this now with the runner on base. And up to the plate, you have number 3 center fielder Emma Slagle.
I tell you what, she came up on Saturday. They subbed her in for Giselle Kidston, and they both have blonde hair, and I didn't notice it, and I felt bad. I didn't give her the at-bat. So
sorry, Emma, you were batting.
You were batting, and you did a great job.
And they've really kind of mixed up that bottom of the lineup quite a bit. I think they're just trying to keep things fresh and interesting, which is, great. Keep competing for your spot. Never get satisfied with where you're at. Count is 2-1 on Emma Slagle. And she'll react to that changeup. They'll throw the ball to second to get Mackenzie Blevins out to second. Emma Slagle hustles to first with the ball overthrown, and she will be safe at first on a fielder's choice.
It's a good thing she came back to the base after that, because I'm not entirely sure she hit it the first time.
Did she turn left towards the field?
Yeah.
So, yeah, when you're running on the first base, if you turn left towards the field, then you're in play. If you turn out right to head back to the base, you're pretty much in the clear. But
I just think she was trying to
hustle. Hustled back.
She was trying to hustle so far down the line that it didn't look like she hit it the first time.
She's got some wheels on her.
Yes, she does.
Hustling not to slide on that turf. And that'll bring you to the start of the lineup. This is number 2, catcher Josie Arnold. And Josie Arnold's first at-bat, she did walk. And starting off this count, 1-0. So we have 2 outs here with the runner on first. Runner on first is number 3, Emma Slagle. And number 2, Josie Arnold up to bat. And Emma Slagle will try to steal. Ball will be bobbled, and she kind of talking about that. She kind of kept sliding on that turf there, but she will be safe on the steal. So now got a runner on 2 outs. Josie Arnold with a 1-1 count. Josie will take a hack at that one. Ball will go out of play. 1-2 count.
Now that we put out our tarps or our garbage bags here of our equipment, the rain has stopped.
They just wanted you to be prepared, Chris. Josie Arnold will take a hack at that one right to Percassi, and Percassi will take that one to first. So in the middle of the second here, or I'm sorry, top of the third, our main stop scoreboard will read 2-0 Bears still. And and we'll be right back after this.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
All right, welcome back here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. We're in the top of the third inning. Thea Staten has faced 7 batters and struck out 6 of them already with
That's
one
pretty
walk.
productive.
Yeah, I would say not a bad day, but I think she's pretty used to that. I mean, obviously we've talked about Thea Staten before. She's thrown 118 innings, has a 0.297 ERA, which is like insane, and 274
That's a run every 3 games.
strikeouts. Like, that is just incredible.
Yeah, she is heading to NC State, not next year, but the following year.
I know last year she was looking, obviously, at a bunch of schools, going to a bunch of different camps, and she felt obviously way different about that one, leaving that. So really cool for her, and hopefully it took some pressure off her. But
yeah,
she's pretty intense, so she's probably still, which is great. I mean, that's great. All right, up to bat, you have for West Geauga, number 10. This is the left fielder, Michaela Platt, and she will attempt to bunt and hold that bunt out there for strike number 1. Attempting to bunt again, ball's up, and Miley Vollmer all over it.
Whoa, that was beautiful.
She was hustling in there for sure and was all over that ball. There was no room for that ball to go. So.
I'm telling you what, this is one of those games I wish we had instant replay because that was beautiful. Of course, I don't know that we'd have it on the camera angle because camera placement is limited here.
Yeah. Miley stands pretty close to the plate to start with. She is not afraid. I will give her that.
No.
So that was awesome. Great play by her. And that'll be out number 1 for the Bears. And that would bring the bottom of the lineup up for West Geauga. Number 8, third baseman, Kara Day.
Day, 250, batting average 391 on a on-base percentage, 9 RBIs on the season. Struck out 12 times, walked 5. Sorry,
no, you're
walked
fine.
8.
Another bunt attempt. That ball will go back out of play. 0-2 count. 1 out. Swing and a miss, and another Willing Construction strikeout for Thea Staten.
Sophomore number 6.
So that will take us to the bottom of West Geauga's lineup. So this will be their second time through. So I was kind of talking about that before. So I guess we'll see if they're able to make any adjustments in the second round.
Diana Malone struck out to lead the game off. She's a .432 batting average and a .511 on-base percentage. So she is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I mean their first 4 or 5 hitters have really good batting stats. Again, we don't really know who they play, but no matter who you play, those are really good batting stats.
Yeah, for sure. And that was lit.
Yeah. So they did. They're going to take that one. Oh, she looked like she was going to go to 2, but kind of held up there in first. That was a great hit by number 6, Deanna Malone, and she will get on with a single. That is West Geauga's first hit of the game. I was kind of talking about them making adjustments in their second round of hits. It looks like she was able to, so we'll kind of see if anyone else is able to here as well.
Slagle did a nice job of chasing that down and getting in
Yeah.
and only giving her first base.
And with the turf outfield as well, that ball's going to keep rolling, so make some adjustments in the outfield as well, and just a different playing field if you're not used to playing on it. This is number 7. This is the last time I always mess up, and Chris keeps yelling
Peyton
at me.
Gambatese.
Yelling at me over here, but she is the catcher for the Wolverines, and she'll take a hack at that one. First pitch was a ball, so 1-1 count. She did strike out, swinging her first at bat as well. Foul ball. 1-2 count.
Interesting that we talked in pregame about how they don't play in a conference. Usually the independents or the Catholic schools and things like that, but they're in Chesterton, and which is in Northeast Ohio, and around a lot of those Cleveland area teams, and don't have a chance to don't have a chance to play. You'd think they'd be in a league or have a lot of opponents.
I didn't know that was entirely a possibility, but apparently it is. She did swing, kind of half swing at that changeup and drop third strike, but Josie Arnold will take that ball to first, and they will get out number 3 in the mid-third here. Bryan still up 2-0.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Welcome back on Bryan Golden Bears Sports Network. Our main stop scoreboard reads 2-0 Bryan.
For West Geauga, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. For Bryan, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. And you know what I haven't been keeping track of is how many left on base. That's the one stat that I know Coach Staten was not happy with.
Yeah. Well, West Geauga is a little bit easier. I think they've had 2, a walk and then that girl that just got that hit.
Yep.
But I didn't keep track for Bryan, but we could always pull up Game Changer and look at that here in a little bit.
Well, Bears got their 2 in the the bottom of the first inning, and let's see if they can do something here in the third.
So bring up the second batter in the Bears lineup, number 17, Reese Rufer. She is the right fielder. Her first at bat, she did strike out, so we'll see if she makes any adjustments this time around. And ball low and outside.
She loves that outside pitch, trying to get batters to chase.
Especially on those lefty hitters. I see she's really outside on the lefties. Another ball low outside. 2-0 count on Reese Rufer.
Winner of this one will play the winner of Lake and Lexington. That game happening after this one. And that second game will be, championship game will be Friday at 5, right back here.
Called strike on Reese Rufer, 2-1 count. Looks like that is a changeup thrown by Percassi for a ball, 3-1 count for Rufer.
Pitcher is tying her shoe right now.
Important. It's important to keep her shoes on
That's
out
true,
there for sure.
For sure.
At least she didn't do it with their batting gloves on. It's always so funny when the girls try to tie their, they can't do it. They cannot tie their shoes with their batting gloves on. Tied a lot of shoes at third base.
I bet it's even worse now that they use those sliding gloves.
Yeah, the little mittens,
look at things.
yeah. She did swing on that one for a foul ball. It says 3-2.
It is 3-2.
Must have lost track where we were at, Chris. But another foul ball there. Stays at 3-2, full count.
Oh, called third strike.
Yeah, ball looked
Ooh.
a little low there, but maybe too close to take with 2 strikes. But she will
for sure.
Strike out looking there. And up to the plate is number 13, pitcher Thea Staten. Thea's first at bat, she drilled the first pitch thrown to her out to right center field and scored that first run of the game.
My buddy Nate Marroquin from Defiance has weighed in again. I know he's good for this. Each team has left 2 on.
Oh, okay,
there
great.
You go.
Perfect.
Thank you, Nate.
Ball will be popped up to right field. Everyone's hustling over there. And the right fielder grabs that ball. That's number 18, Phelan Beckrest, and that'll be 2 outs for the Bears. Up to bat is number 4, shortstop, Amaya Langham. Her first at bat, she got a single. Amaya has a 361 batting average and 382 on-base percentage, 14 RBIs. And she'll cut that ball out to right field. Oh, great running grab by the right field.
She made a great catch right there.
That ball kept tailing out. I wasn't sure if it was going to be fair or foul or what was going to happen if she didn't grab it, but that's a great grab by Beck Rust again. And 3 outs for the Bears going to the top of the 4th.
No runners left on base.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Nice catch by Phelan Beckrest and to end that inning out there in right field. And, she made a heck of a grab. And, I wonder how much, offense or defense leads to offense. You know what I mean? You get your team pumped up like that after 2 big catches out there by the right fielder. And then,
they were really excited about that. So might bring them some momentum. But 2 good cuts by the Bears and just didn't fall for them. So nothing to be ashamed of in that. Starting off this inning for West Geauga will be number 25. This is the shortstop, Ava Boers. And she has the highest batting average on the team for them. She did strike out looking her first at bat, but she has a 500 batting average, a 575 on base percentage. She's hit 6 home runs on the season.
First pitch to her was probably a little outside.
She has 39 RBIs as well. But ball 1. Take a hard cut at that one. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Takes a hack at that one. Foul ball goes behind the playing field here. 1-2 count.
I think it hit the roof of the press box area. Rolled back.
It's been a lot of balls out that way. Oh, that was a great pitch by the estate and great changeup and caught Boers off guard. And she will strike out looking.
Senior number 4, Shaylin Rogaski.
Rogaski is up now. Look how many, 1, 2, 3, I'm counting your numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts now for the estate.
Oh. And a swing and bunt kind of hit situation going on there. She was trying to hustle that ball out, but it kept tailing off. Foul ball. That was strike 1.
I like how you keep track of that. That's a good way to do it.
Try to remember so that way I know. It's very easy on our side. I have lots of K's going on. Hard cut. Swing and a miss. She did strike out in her first at bat as well. And she's down 0-2 in this count. Ball would have been a ball high, but she did swing at that. Swing and miss. Strikeout.
Another Welling Construction strikeout. We love that. Welling Construction, a third-generation family-owned general contractor. We pride ourselves in building quality custom homes, major renovation projects, and commercial work. Your vision, our expertise. Contact us at 419-636-3712. I almost remember the entire live read because I've done it for so many years, but I can't ever remember the phone number.
Welling Construction has to love the estate.
I know.
Let's talk about that. That ball will be hit out to right field. Nice cut and nice grab by number 17, Reese Roofer in right field. And that'll be out number 3. And that will take us to the bottom of the 4th, and Bears are up to bat.
No runs on, no hits, no runners left on base.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to Bryan Golden Bears Sports Network here. And we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bryan is up 2-0 with 3 hits. West Geauga has only had 1 hit and 1 error. No errors for the Bears. And up to bat will be number 44, the designated player for the game, Avery Fisher. She is batting for the second baseman, Giselle Kidston. And ball low to start her count.
She had a single her first time up. Pretty hard hit single, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yep. That was when the hitting was pretty contagious there, and she did swing on that one. Count was 1-1 for her. Ball low. 2-1 count for Avery and Fisher. Ball high. Avery and Fisher is up in the count here, 3-1. See what Percassi can come back with. And she'll take a hack at that one and pop up to second base. And that'll be out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th.
Junior number 15.
All right, up to bat is number 15, third baseman Miley Vollmer. And Miley's first at bat, this was the double play in the first inning. Ball was hit to shortstop, thrown to second base, and thrown to first for a double play for the Wolverines. And her first pitch is a strike, foul ball. Looks like an off-speed pitch there. Vollmer didn't love that one, but the umpire will call it a strike, and she is down in the count 0-2. Ball high, 1-2. Take a hack at that inside pitch. Ball will go to the pitcher. She'll help herself out by getting the out at 1. In the bottom of the 4th here, Bears have 2 outs.
Junior number 6, Claire
And that'll bring
Stever.
number 6, left fielder, Claire Stever, up to the plate. Claire did strike out her first at bat. Off-speed pitch. Fouled that one off. 0-1 count. Ball low. Evens the count up to 1-1. Ball high. 2-1 count for Stever.
I remember what happened with the Lady Bears with 2 outs against Bath. That's when they got a lot of their runs.
Yep. Yeah, they never count themselves out, which is great. So keep rolling. And she did take a good cut at that one. Foul ball. Oh.
That hit her.
And there, good at bat. Gets on base by a hit by pitch.
Anyway, right?
Yep, and that's what you need to get some runners on and going. So Claire Stever will make her way down to first base with 2 outs, and that'll bring number 22, Mackenzie Blevins, up to the plate. Mackenzie Blevins is first baseman. Her first at bat was that ball that the left fielder dropped, hit off the end of her mitt. And her count will start 1-0.
I like to see her put one right over the fence.
She comes in at clutch times, which is
She
great.
does.
Strong hitter. That's a good cut. Foul ball back. 1-1 count. Blevins has a .263 batting average, .283 on base percentage. He's had 9 RBIs on the season. And that's a great cut in between first and second base for a single. Claire Stever will make her way to second and round to third and sliding in safe to third base. Good base running from Claire Stever. We'll put a girl in scoring position. And Mackenzie Blevins on first, Claire Stever on third.
Freshman
brings number 3 center fielder Emma Slagle to the plate.
4th hit for the Lady Bears tonight.
Emma's first at bat was a fielder's choice. She did make it on to first base, but the girl at second got out after her hit to shortstop. So Emma looking for her first at bat, first hit of the game. She'll start off her count 2-0. Ball will be popped up. First baseman running at it, and we'll catch it before it reaches the fence. So Bears will leave 2 runners on there.
2 more.
And it's still up 2-0, and we're heading to the top of the 5th.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Heading to the top of the 5th inning. Our main stop scoreboard reading 2-0 Bears. Open when you need them. You're always near your main stop with Thirsty Thursday every Thursday.
We talked a little bit about West Geauga, going through the batting order the first time, and then the second time you get to see something a little different. And I'm concerned that the Lady Bears have left 4 on and not taking advantage of opportunities, because I think eventually, that could be trouble.
Yeah, I mean, what's great is that they're making contact and putting the ball into play, but you can kind of tell getting a little frustrated over there. They're not capitalizing on the things that they need to be capitalizing on, but that does happen. It's a regional semifinal game, so good teams all around.
Yeah, you're not going to see a bad team over here.
Yeah. They would like more than 2 runs to kind of give them some cushion for sure. Help the Staten out on the mound, but this is number 22, Morgan Atwara. She is the first baseman. Her first at bat was the walk of the game, which gave West Geauga their first runner on base. She has a 1-1 count for this at bat. Ball inside, 2-1. Ball high. 3-1.
Hawara, a 327 hitter. She's walked 11 times now, 10 coming into the game.
Big swing there. 3-2 full count. The ball just missed inside, and Atwara will walk again, and that'll put a runner on with no outs in at the top of the 5th. I believe they are going to put a pinch runner in for Atwara.
Yeah,
and this will have
two.
this will have to be a sub since she's not a pitcher or catcher, but this will bring in number 2, Sydney Gallagher.
Courtesy runner number 2, Sydney Gallagher.
Probably has a little more speed and what they're looking for on the bases. We'll kind of see what they continue to do with their at-bats here. We're at the 7 hole for their batting lineup, and this is right fielder number 18, Phelan Beckrest,
who made 2 great catches in right field.
Her first at-bat, she did strike out swinging.
Gonna bunt.
And she'll bunt that ball. It'll bounce in fair territory. Ball thrown.
That's a problem.
And that'll be an error from Thea Staten on the mound, but that will advance your runner to third and your runner to second. And that is not ideal for Lady Bears.
Nope.
Kind of what we were talking about with padding and getting more than 2 runs there, but they just got to stay strong and work their way out. That's all you can do here.
And we've seen the Lady Bears with adversity before. No outs against Bath.
3 runners on.
3 runners on.
Lots of rain.
We're going to see a mound visit.
Coach Arnold's going to make his way to the mound to kind of settle his girls down.
Just like a mound visit can stop the game, unexpected plumbing problems can halt your day. Don't let old lead water lines or broken sewer laterals throw you a curveball. For a reliable inspection, call S&S Directional Boring at 419-630-0726. Thank you to S&S Directional Boring for sponsoring all season long. All right, so you've coached these girls before. What is Coach Arnold saying out there?
Probably some
Can we
words
repeat
that I
what
shouldn't be saying on here. We were just talking about this for the game. They are using the headsets now that's allowed in softball to call pitches. And behind the plate is Josie Arnold, which is obviously his daughter. And I'm sure Josie just loves hearing Coach Arnold's voice in her ear the whole game. But, he's great with the girls, and I'm sure he's finding a way to motivate him and basically saying, you guys are better than this, So get it together and do what you guys know how to do. That ball will be bunted up, popped up, and be a foul ball. This is number 10 left fielder Michaela Platt. She's the one that bunted before and popped out to Miley Vollmer, who was all over that ball the first time. And Miley's going to stay close and I'm sure be all over this ball again.
Especially since you got a runner on third.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do if they try to get an out, get that. They're going to try to avoid getting the run here, but just got to have good decision making. But she is down in the count 0-2, so got to do something with her at bat. And Thea Staten will come back strong there, strikeout looking, and that will give the Bears their first out of the inning. There are still runners on second and third, but great way to come back and gain some confidence there. This is number 8, the third baseman, Cara Day. Day struck out her first at bat. She's way up in the box, yep. And I would think they will try to continue to bunt to get at least 1 run in, but I don't know that to be certain, so I guess we'll see what they continue to do. But she did bunt that one, foul ball back. 0-1 count. She's way up in the box again. Vollmer is way up, ready for her bunt. Foul ball. Way down in the count now, 0-2. So if she does bunt and fouls this one, she would be out for those of us that do not know that. So typically, you don't see a whole lot of bunts with 2 strikes, but doesn't mean they won't try it. However, she is making her way back in the box. So likely not bunting in, but you never know. Takes a good cut on that one. Foul ball. Stay at 0-2 for this count. You have your shortstop and your second baseman for the Bears weigh in to try to make that play at home if necessary, but will not be necessary there with a swing and a miss, and that is out number 2. This will take
another one gets directed strikeout.
Take us to the top of the lineup. Number 6, this is the second baseman, Deanna Malone. She was the one that drilled one up the middle, her second at bat, struck out her first at bat, but got a single her second at bat. Ball inside. It's a good miss, but the ball was slightly inside. 1-0 count. Take a big hack at that one. 1-1. Ball will be drilled to left field, past the left fielder who tried to lay out. That is Claire Stever in left field. She's trying to get that ball in, but will not get it in time for her not to get to third base. So that would be a triple for Malone and scores 2 runs. So that would be a hit out in left field. And the Wolverines will tie it up in the the top of the 5th inning.
Just the second hit of the game for West Geauga.
Yeah. Bears need to settle down here and get out of this inning and get back to offense. This is number 7, Peyton Gambatees. Is that better? Did I say it right? Ah, good. I don't know why I struggled so much with that one, but she's the catcher for the Wolverines, but she struck out twice. Ball low. 2-0 count. Popped up, and ball will go out for a strike. 2-1 count. We need a ball back in here.
Yeah, I do need a ball to play softball.
Yeah, that's kind of important. Coach was holding one over there, but wasn't paying attention to. There's been a lot of foul balls, though. These balls have been going all over, so. And that was a called strike. Thea Staten brings the count back up to 2-2. 2 outs, top of the 5th. There is a runner on third base. Swing and a miss. Josie Arnold squeezes and hangs onto that one with a great grab behind the plate. And that would be out number 3, but Bears don't get away without West Geauga scoring 2 runs here. So we're tied 2-2 in the middle of the 5th inning.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Welcome back, Golden Bear Sports Network. Taking you to the bottom of the 5th inning. West Geauga scored 2 runs in the 5th inning. Bears have not scored since the 1st inning, but they did score 2 runs in the 1st inning. So both teams tied at 2-2 here. West Geauga only has 2 hits. Bryan has 4 hits. Both teams have 1 error.
Bryan has left 4 on base, and West Geauga has left 1 on base, or 3 on base, excuse me.
And that's something both teams, I'm sure, would love to work on and get those runners around. But luckily, we are coming up to the top of our lineup here in the top of the 5th inning.
Just shout out our director, John Dalrymple, sitting over here, and camera people, Wesley and Miles out there in center field. They're out in center field. We got here really early to try to figure out where to put cameras, and we basically ended up running about 500 feet of cable to go out to center field. And it's a great view at center field. The fences here, though, along first base and third base side are high, so it's really hard to get over anything. And that we're just giving you an extra shot behind home plate. It's not super great with their fence, but it is a good facility for a regional.
And
much better than places we've been before.
Apparently you have to be in the middle of nowhere to qualify for a regional. That is what we have talked about. Ball's popped up from Josie Arnold to the third baseman, and that'll be out number 1. For people that don't know this, the kids running the cameras are students, and then our director today is students, which is awesome and incredible program for them. So thanks, Chris, for doing that for them. I mean, they do an excellent job.
We got a rising senior sitting next to us, and then 2 rising 8th graders out there in center field.
Doing a great job over there. I might be stealing your job here soon, Chris. I don't know.
That's right, for sure.
And we have number 17, Reese Roofer, up to the plate, right fielder. Her first 2 at bats, she has struck out, once looking and once swinging. And starting this count 0-2. Reese has had an incredible few games, so I'd love to see her kind of step up in this position here. Take a cut at that one, foul ball, keeps the count at 0-2.
The estate will be up after her.
Take the hack at that one. Ball is popped up, and their shortstop, Ava Boers, is all over it. That will be out number 2 in the bottom of the 5th. And it looks like their coach is going to call a mound visit.
Can you find it quick enough?
I think I can. I'm hoping. I wish I had these memorized, but just like a mound visit can stop the game, unexpected plumbing problems can halt your day. Don't let old lead water lines or broken sewer laterals throw you a curveball. For a reliable inspection, call S&S Directional Boring at 419-630-0726.
Quick.
That was quicker than most of my other ones I can find. So.
Quick mound visit from Mark Percassi.
And up to the bat, you have number 13, pitcher Thea Staten. Thea drilled a ball in her first at-bat for a triple and then popped out to the right fielder her last at-bat. She'll take ball 1. And that ball will be a little bit outside for ball 2. She'll take, ball.
Did that hop
Took a
over?
weird turn, yeah, about hit Josie Arnold in the head over there.
Don't usually have to wear a helmet
no,
in the dugout.
not with the fence being that high, but it just kind of jumped off the turf funny. Ball way high after that foul ball. Count is 3-1 for the Bears. Thea would love to help herself out here.
For sure.
Another hard cut for a foul ball. She's all over that ball. We are out of balls here. I'm telling you, lots of foul balls. Oh, here comes one. Maybe the one that almost hit Josie in the head. She just threw that one back in. And a great at-bat from Thea Staten. She will walk her way down to first base. So in the bottom of the 5th inning, there are 2 outs, but a runner on first. And we're going to probably get a courtesy runner here for Thea Staten, and it's still going to be number 1, Anna McCoy.
Courtesy runner for Bryan, number 1.
Anna's been doing a great job for Thea on the base path.
Now, Amaya Langham is a sophomore, and last year as a freshman, she hit a home run. Was it in the regional semi or the regional final? I can't remember.
It's against Lexington.
So it was the regional final.
Wait. I don't know, Chris. You're trying to challenge my brain right now. And she just drilled one to right center. That was a great cut.
Yeah, it was.
And the ball just didn't fall. Their right fielder, Phelan Beckress, has been doing a great job out there, but that will take us to 3 outs, and we'll be heading into the top of the 6th right after this.
For the Bryan half of the inning, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. Your score after.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, top of the 6th, 2-2.
And this is number 25 up to bat.
Ava Boers.
Yep, Ava Boers, shortstop. She struck out her first 2 at-bats, but that's a great pitch from Thea State, and count goes 1-1. Actually, I feel like this ump's done a relatively good job behind the plate and keeping things pretty even and level between both sides. Ball 2. She'll take a cut at that one. Ball will go foul. Count is level at 2-2. Ball just a touch high, where count is full. she will swing at that high ball, giving Thane Satan another Whalen Construction strikeout. Whalen Construction, a third-generation family-owned general contractor. We specialize and pride ourselves in building quality custom homes, major renovation projects, and commercial work. Your vision, our expertise. Contact us at 419-636-3712. And up to bat.
That's coming our way.
Yep. I was making sure that ball wasn't going to hit me in the head before I kept reading this. But up to bat is number 4. This is the center fielder for West Geauga. And this is Shaylin, Rogaski.
Yep, Rogaski.
Struggling with the last names today. School's out. I just forget how to operate, apparently.
Forget how to read.
Don't have to read over summer, Chris. That's a great changeup. Yeah, that's a beautiful pitch from Thea Staten. Oh. And she wasn't quite knowing how to adjust to that pitch, so count was 1-2. Oh. Allie will take that call.
Yeah,
ball a little high and outside, but strike number 3. And that was her third strikeout of the game for Rogaski. And this is number 5, the pitcher, Perkaski.
Rain picking up just a little bit more.
Yeah. In her first 2 at-bats, she struck out looking and then popped out to right fielder Reese Roofer. And that ball will go right over Amaya Langham's head and will fall in left field for a single for Perkaski. And she loves to help herself there and get on base for the Wolverines. So West Geauga here has a runner on first, 2 outs.
Number 22.
And they are going to put a courtesy runner in for their pitcher. That'll be the same courtesy runner she had the first time, number 2, Sydney Gallagher. And up to the plate is number 22, Morgan Atwara, their first baseman. She's walked both first at-bats. Ball just touched low and inside. She did not like that one, but that's a great strike from Thea Staten for an 0-1 count. This girl will take off from, and she will take off and steal, and Sydney Gallagher will get safe on second on a stolen base. She took off on that changeup. Coach Staten come out here to ask a couple questions, I believe. Might ask if she left early. I'm not sure. He's going to go talk about it with their coach. So it must not be something leaving early. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Okay, so not sure what that was all about. We're down so close and we still can't hear.
Yeah, I have no idea what they were talking about, but count was 1-1. There are 2 outs for the Wolverines. Runner on second base. Ball inside, just inside. Count was 2-1. Starting to rain a little bit out here. Oh, so the girl batting. Oh, okay, so yeah, so she entered as a pinch hitter, a pinch runner for the girl to bat, and now she's being brought back in as a courtesy runner, which we were kind of talking about earlier. You cannot do that. You cannot sub in a girl. It has got to be a girl on your bench that has not subbed in yet to be a courtesy runner. So that's what Coach State is asking about here. So I'm not really sure what they're going to do or how they handle that.
How you solve that?
Yeah. Maybe just have to put the other girl back in. Or you have to sacrifice an out. I'm not sure. Yeah, she cannot be courtesy running for the pitcher. So he's going to go talk with this.
Now the umpires will come over and have a discussion.
Yeah, they're going to try to figure this out.
Be interesting to see what they do here.
Yeah.
Because get out of the
I would
inning
assume
would be
it
nice.
has to be an out. I don't know how else you can, because you can't sub her back in now because she's got a stolen base, and if that was the other girl running, I'm not sure what could happen there. However,
can they put her back on first base? And
I don't know. I don't potentially, but the other girl has to go back in. I don't know if that's something the umpire should have caught as well before they threw her out there. I'm not sure. So, but good catch from our home dugout over here.
they're still discussing.
I know something that happens very often to try to figure out what's going on.
So they're going to call her out.
They're going to call her out. So great catch from Bryan dugout, and she absolutely cannot do that. So, however, I'm not sure whose. I mean, that's kind of everyone's fault going on.
Yeah.
But, hey, we'll take it. 3 outs. That runner is out. So going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be right back.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, bottom of the 6th inning, 2-2 tie here between Bryan and West Geauga here at Clyde High School. Winner of this one will face the winner of Lake and Lexington.
Both those teams kind of rolling in here to kind of see what's going on.
Lake's out in center field there in the center field bleachers, kind of watching this one.
Saw Lexington walk in.
Yeah. So recap for everybody what just happened.
Yeah, so basically when you have a courtesy runner, you can have a courtesy runner for your pitcher or catcher when they get on base, and it has to be someone on the bench, and they can only run for that one person. Once they enter the game, they can no longer be a courtesy runner. So she entered to run for number 22, her last at bat. So she no longer could be a courtesy runner. She could only enter for 22 at that point. So they put her in for a courtesy runner for their pitcher again, and you can't do that. So that was an out. I'm not sure I was just kind of talking with them. I don't really know whose fault that is as far as, I mean, it's kind of the other team's, kind of the umpire's fault for not catching as well. But that was Avery Ann Fisher up to bat number 44, and I believe it was hit to the shortstop. I got distracted there. But so that will be the first out of the inning. And now you have number 15, Miley Vollmer, up to bat. Good cut by Miley Vollmer. Her count is 0-2. She is 0-2 on the day. Would love to see her get a hit here. One ground out to a shortstop and one ground out to the pitcher. And that off-speed pitch outside kind of caught her off guard. She will swing and miss at that one for a strikeout. 2 outs quickly for the Bears here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Rain is sort of picking
kind
up
of
here.
Lingering around
it's really
here.
hard to see. We've got all of our stuff tarped here.
Good thing we're right next to them, but that doesn't always help for sure. This is number 6, left fielder Claire Stever.
Called strike on her.
Struck out once and got hit by a pitch in her last at bat. Count is now 1-1. She kind of ducked under that one, so the umpire will call that ball a strike. Stever's count is 1-2. Swing and miss at that one. Drop third strike from the catcher. However, they will get that out at first. And 3 up, 3 down for the Bears. And that will take us to the top of the 7th.
For the Bryan half of the inning, no runs on no hits, no runners left on base.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
At Wara.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th inning here with Bryan and West Geauga. Their coach is questioning the call on the last play still, but too late at this time to kind of go back to that. But that'll bring up number 22. Morgan Atwara. She is the first baseman. And she was starting her at bat last inning when the debacle went down with the base runner. So bringing her back up. She walked her first 2 at bats. Starting this count 1-1. That ball will be high. 2-1 count. Called strike, 2-2 count. That ball will be low from a changeup from Thea Staten, and the count will go full. There are no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. She'll take a hack at that ball high, out to left fielder Claire Stever, who is all over that ball for out number 1.
Number 18, Phelan Beckrest.
That'll bring up number 18, right fielder Phelan Beckrest. Beckrest has struck out once and sack bunt once, but that got on base from an error. The Bears' only error this game. First pitch is a called strike on her, 0-1. We're still battling the rain. It's not hard, but it's, it's there, and it's not ideal trying to cover up everything. We are not in a press box. We're on the side of the fencing here, so trying to keep the equipment safe. Ball low and inside.
We're really regretting not bringing a tent.
If anyone wants to drive to Clyde and bring a tent over for 1 inning. 1-1 count. Good cut for a 1-2 count on Beckrest. Ball low. Count is even at 2-2. Ball will be high. Count goes full. Top of the 7th, 1 out. Full count. Ball low. Number 18, Beckrest, will take her base. And I don't know what they're going to do here. So they're going to put a pinch runner in.
No, they're going to put a pinch batter.
I'm sorry, pinch batter.
Yeah, a pinch hitter.
Number 11, Mallory
Sorry. I was confused on what we were doing there, but this is number 11, Mattery Lear.
This comes time with one out here in the bottom of the inning where you got to feel like you got to do something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing like get you an opportunity now, right? She has a 273 batting average, and we'll try to bunt attempt that pitch for a strike. And try to move runners around here with some speed on the bases. So this is her first at bat of the game. This is in the 8th hole of West Geauga's batting lineup. Gonna bunt again, pulls that back. Ball 1. 1 down, runner on 1. 1-1 count here. On top of the 7th inning. Bunt attempt. We'll lay that bunt down. Ball will go foul. She will have 2 strikes on her. Again, unlikely you see bunts with 2 strikes, however, not for certain that they won't do that. But if she does foul ball a 2-strike bunt, she is out. And the ball is getting a little wet out there, so Thea Stan's going to switch that around. It's not raining really hard, but enough to get the ground wet and sure cause some chaos, especially on turf. Might get a little slippery out there with some wet turf. And she'll call that. Runner on first is going to 2. Throw is pretty decent, but they will miss that tag, and that will send the runner to second base. But there's a strikeout at the plate. We are at the bottom of West Geauga's lineup. This is number 8, Kara Day. She is the 3rd baseman, and she struck out both of her first 2 at-bats. Ball high. Count was 1-0. Swing and a miss at that pitch. Counts now 1-1.
How worried are you at the runner at second?
I'm sorry?
How worried are you about the runner at second? Like, as a coach, like, are you worried about them at all, or you just want her to go get the batter?
Yeah, I think you're at the end of their lineup. This girl, while may surprise you, doesn't appear to be a huge threat. Struck out twice already. I'd be more concerned with the next batter, so they need to get this out right now. Because after this batter, they go to the top of their lineup, and that's Malone, and she's had a single and a triple on today. So really got to get out of this inning and start fresh with that. Hopefully not getting to the next inning.
Yeah, right, for sure. Josie Arnold will take the opportunity for the thing there to walk out and talk real quick to Thea Staten.
When I think these girls do a really good job of that. They really stay, focused one pitch at a time and focus on what they need to do. Thea trusts their defense behind her, and they do a great job of working their way out. But the count is 2-2 here. 2 outs. Runner on second. She'll take a hack at that one. Ball is up, going towards center field, and Emma Slagle all over that one for out number 3. We are still tied here with 2-2, heading into the bottom of the 7th inning. And Bryan is coming up to bat. We'll be right back.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Well, here it is, bottom of the 7th inning. Bears need to get it done right here.
Yeah, now is the time. Take in all the opportunity and take advantage of these moments, and don't let West Geauga back on the field. Take advantage of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's the bottom of the order. Blevins, Slagle and Arnold for the top.
So we'll have starting off here, first baseman number 22, Mackenzie Blevins.
Number 22, Mackenzie Blevins.
Lots of energy coming from the Bryan dugout, which you love to see here, supporting their teammates. Need at least a run. Let's get a run here and advance to regional finals. Starter count 1-0. Ball low outside on that first pitch. Ball high.
Oh, he needs a base runner.
Yes. Be interested too if she gets on. If they, I know she's pinch run for Mackenzie in the past. Ooh, don't love that call. It should be 3-0, but we're at 2-1 count here.
Tia got that call last half though.
Yeah, he was just playing fair, I guess. Oh, that was a great shot by Mackenzie Blevins. That ball will sneak by the center fielder and hit the fence. She'll get it in quickly. Ball's going
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
It's out. So.
And luckily on a missed throw catch situation, Mackenzie Blevins is at second base, and that was I would say a true double there.
Yeah, for sure.
And I wonder if they're going to put a pinch runner in for, like I said, I was saying that they have done that in the past. They're going to bring out number 10. I believe this is Mariah Graves coming out to run for Mackenzie Blevins. This will be a pinch runner, so it will be a sub. So Mariah Graves will come out, and she is at second base here. Umpire going to step away, Coach State, and go in a chat with her quickly. And we have no outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. And that is bringing number 3, Emma Slagle, to the plate. Emma is the center fielder for the Bears. And she's going to attempt to bunt. She will pull that back. Ball 1. Coach Dayton giving Emma Slagle another sign. And she bunt again, bunt attempt, ball low. Mariah Graves doing a good job getting a big lead out there. Shortstop is covering third base.
Third base and first base are both up, trying to cut off that bunt.
Yeah, they're ready for it. I don't know if they'll. Oh my goodness. His zone has seemed to get wider throughout the game here. I gave him a compliment earlier that I thought his zone looked pretty good, but don't love that call. That is now 2-1 count for Emma Slagle. And that's a great bunt laid down by Emma Slagle. Mariah Graves will, oh my gosh.
The Bears will walk it off.
Wow. What a way to end that game. So yeah, Emma Slagle laid the bunt down, and that's a great bunt by her, and with an error from the throw and the catch over at first base, the Bears will score a run. Mariah Graves comes down and scores the winning run for the Bears. Bears will advance to regional finals this Friday.
Yep, Friday at 5 o'clock. That's all it took.
Yeah, wow. It's a big inning for them, but
the winner of the next contest here at Clyde High School.
Is that last one a single? Because it was an error. It's an error.
Yeah,
yep, for sure, because it was an error. All right, well, there we go. Let's take a timeout, and we'll come back and do our post game and our stats and get out of here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory.
Family owned, family focused.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Okay, welcome back, and we're going to kind of break down the game we just watched. Bryan is the winner with the score of 3-2. Bryan had a total of 5 hits and 1 error. West Geauga had a total of 3 hits and 2 errors. And Chris is going to read some individual and team stats from today's game.
When you look at the Bryan Golden Bears hitting, let's see, it was Arnold 0 for 1 with a run scored and a walk. Reese Rufer was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Thea Staten was 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk, and she had that triple. Amaya Langham was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Abrianne Fisher was 1 for 3. Miley Vollmer was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Claire Stever was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and Mackenzie Blevins was 2 for 3. And Emmeline Slagle was 0 for 3. Bears got a double from Blevins, a triple from Staten. Claire Steer was hit by a pitch. We had 1 stolen base. Emma Slagle and Thea Staten made 1 error. Thea went the distance, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, no error. None of those runs were earned. 3 walks, 16 strikeouts. She threw 108 pitches. 70 of those were strikes, and she faced 27 batters. For West Geauga, meanwhile, Malone was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a strikeout. Gambatese was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Boers was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Rogowski is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Percassi was 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Atwara was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. And then Beckress was 0 for 2 with a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Platt was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Lear was 0 for 1 with a strikeout in pinch hitting, and Day was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. A triple from Malone, and then we had 2 stolen bases. Beckrest and Gallagher had a stolen base, and 2 errors for West Geauga. Percassi went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those were earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and I don't think she pitched particularly poorly. She had 92 total pitches, 56 of those were strikes, and she faced 27 batters. I think she did a decent job pitching. It just Lady Bears were able to make contact, and when they made contact, they went far.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job up at the plate, scoring 2 runs in the first inning to get things going, and then kind of had a little stall there going out, but she held them for most of the game. So really good job on her part, and it was a good game, really good game to watch.
It was, and the Bears will move on to Friday here at 5 o'clock back here at Clyde.
Keep up with all of Bryan sports action by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Get notified when we go on the air for each game. 2, head to youtube.com/Bryan Sports and hit the subscribe button. We'll take one more break and be right back with our final wrap-up.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, today's game being brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill Lowe, Krill Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing, Heating, and Fuel Supply Center. Well, you know, first off, what a great game by the Lady Bears. It wasn't pretty, but it was a win, right?
Yeah, I mean, they started off, I thought they were going to get a lot of runs just based on that first inning. And like we kind of said, they went a while there without scoring, but way to capitalize when they needed to and coming to clutch for those hits in the final run at the end. So good job by them. And hey, a win is a win in a tournament, so you move in advance.
Do want to let people listening know that we are going to be helping out the folks at WBNO. They do have games scheduled at Bryan tomorrow. They've got Montpelier and Eden tomorrow, as well as Edgerton and Hilltop. We're going to be giving our YouTube channel over to them for those games, so they'll be audio only on that channel. But Bryan Sports YouTube channel tomorrow night will have basically Williams County action audio with Andy Briggle. We want to do whatever we can here at the Golden Bear Sports Network to help out, with the devastating fire at WBNO. And, we in this business, I've been in this business a long time, and we're kind of all in this together. When one's hurting, we're all hurting. So check that out. So if you get a notification, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and you see that Eden and Montpelier is on tomorrow night, that is why. We're going to be using that for streaming their games so that they can bring some income in and make their sponsor commitments where they need to be. All right, I want to thank our broadcast. Well, our next game is going to be Friday night at 5 o'clock here from Clyde, as Bryan will take the winner of Lake and Lexington, which is going to play next. And we'll have that one for you here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Our directors, John Dalrymple, did an awesome job with the rain today. Wesley Lupo and Miles Northrop, our cameras. Our athletic department at BHS, Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzmal. Golden Bear photo, Matt Neff and Stephanie Ponzak. Want to thank everybody at Clyde, including Ryan Greenslade, their athletic director here, for getting it here. And I am the executive producer here of the Golden Bear Sports Network. This broadcast is produced by the Golden Bear Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game, without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District, is prohibited. One final time for all of us at the Golden Bear Sports Network, I'm Chris Malanga with Sam Molina. Again, your final score, 3-2. Have a great night, everybody.